Hi, everybody. It's Coach Becky Mirando, and I wanted to welcome you all to the 6-Day Shred. I would love to encourage you all to connect to your why over the next 6 days. I believe that when you connect with your why, you're more likely to accomplish your goals, and it will just become more of a seriousness instead of putting one foot in the door and leaving one out. You need to know why you want this, why you're doing this. So I want to share a little bit of my why. Like a lot of you, I got busy with motherhood and focusing on my family, and I kind of just let myself go by not being intentional about it. And that's what happens. We have to be intentional about our health, our nutrition, our fitness. We have to be intentional about keeping our house clean. Otherwise, that gets away from us. We have to be intentional about our spiritual lives, or else that gets away from us. So it's the same with nutrition and fitness, and either losing weight, maintaining weight. Some people need to gain weight, but those are things that we need to be intentional about. So that's what I like to help you with over the next 6 days. Now, this specific challenge is for people who are looking to either lose weight or reset. Sometimes people will do this 6-day shred when they've kind of gotten away from their healthy eating habits and they find that their rarely foods are becoming their sometimes foods. And let me explain what that means. I like to think of foods in 3 categories: always, sometimes, and rarely. There are foods that we're always supposed to eat, like healthy vegetables and fruits and whole grains. Those are things that should be in our daily diets. And then there are things that we will sometimes eat. And that's like your potatoes and your different pastas and things like that. And then there are our rarely foods. Okay, I think it's more realistic if we keep our expectations that we are going to have rarely foods sometimes. We are not shooting to be perfect here, okay? Persistence always beats perfection. However, over the next 6 days, I'd really like you all to focus to get the best results during the 6-day shred. Okay, that being said, back to my why. I kind of let myself go because I wasn't intentional about it. And some people find themselves 10 pounds overweight and they realize that they've let themselves go. Well, I found myself 80 pounds overweight. And I always knew that God had a plan for me to get fit and help other people. I can't really explain it other than I just knew that God had a plan for me, that I was going to eventually get serious about it, be intentional, get fit, and help you. My husband knew it as well. He used to always say, I can just see you becoming a fit chick and helping other people. And so I praise the Lord for God giving me that passion to help other people. And I praise the Lord for God giving me the ability to get on track myself and lose the 80 pounds. Now, my why falls more into maintenance. Okay, see, I didn't even know about, I'm a Beachbody coach. I'm a nutrition and fitness coach that promotes Beachbody products because I like that they work. But I didn't even know about Beachbody when I lost my weight. Basically, I knew about all the big ways out there, like Weight Watchers and Nutrisystem and those kind of things. So I did Weight Watchers because I'd done it before and it works. So I did Weight Watchers and I lost 40 pounds between January 2011 and that June. And that was a big difference. I was halfway there. I felt great. Well, I kind of lost my way for a year. And I found that I was starting to gain the weight back. I was 10 pounds. I had gained 10 pounds back. So my overall loss was 30 pounds at this point. And I did not want to go back to where I was. And so that was August of 2012. And that's when I said, well, first of all, I always knew I couldn't do it on my own. So I always asked the Lord for help. But that's when I said, this is it. It's enough. I have got to get serious about this and be the woman that God created me to be. And so I joined Weight Watchers and started going to the meetings. And I July 2013, I reached goal. I had lost a total of 80 pounds altogether. And I felt great. I was in the best shape of my life, but I wasn't done yet. I knew that it wasn't like, you don't arrive, and I knew I had not arrived. And so in the process of losing my weight, 25 pounds before I reached goal, I had hit a plateau, and I had not implemented exercise yet. And so a friend of mine, I actually just posted it out there on Facebook, and I said, I'm looking for a walking partner. And a friend of mine joined me in walking. She would come over every day and we would walk. And we started using an app called Map My Run, or Map My Walk, I think at the time. And we started using that to gauge our pace and how fast we were going and how far we were going. And we would always try to beat our time. And that started, I'd say, probably February or March of 2013. And then that's what boosted me into being able to lose that last 25 pounds. And I really just loved the way that exercising made me feel. I was never athletic. I never had that. It was never natural for me, exercising, or, I never played any sports. It always felt very awkward. And I was very embarrassed whenever I tried to, other than playing like kickball with the neighborhood kids. Whenever I tried to play sports, it was just awkward and embarrassing for me, and I didn't want the attention. Okay, so July 2013, I reached goal weight and became a Weight Watchers Lifetime member. And that same month, I started running. See, that friend of mine and I, we had gotten to where we started running little intervals. And so it was kind of like a walk jog, and we called it wogging. So we would walk really, really fast from like mailbox to mailbox, and then we would run from mailbox to mailbox. And so we invented this thing called walking. And one day she had to cancel on me. So I told my son, I'm going to try to run the whole thing. And I just loved it. I went slow, and I never competed against anybody except my own pace. And I just never looked back after that. I loved running, so I became a runner. Well, that fall of 2013, I started encountering some running injuries, plantar fasciitis, and I started asking the running community that I was engaged with on social media what to do. And everybody said that I should be cross-training. They said, well, other than running, what are you doing to cross-train? And I said, cross-train? I am a runner, I finally felt confident in something athletic-wise, and I was thinking, why in the world do I have to learn something else? Well, they all said, that's why you're encountering these running injuries, is because you are not strong enough, like in your butt, in your core, in your quads. You need to be cross-training so that you will be stronger in those areas and you won't encounter those injuries. And so I borrowed a friend's Focus T25. It comes in 2 phases. It's a 10-week program, and the first 5 weeks is called Alpha, and the second 5 weeks is called Beta. Well, she was in the Beta stage, so she said, why don't I loan you my Alpha? And that way you can do it and give it a try and see if that helps with your cross-training that these runners are saying that you need to do. I immediately fell in love. First of all, I had gained 7 pounds over the holidays that year. Between, I think, the running injuries kind of slowed down my running a little bit, and then just enjoying those rarely foods around the holidays, I had gained 7 pounds. And I immediately lost that when I started doing Focus T25. And it increased my running pace a minute. I went from the 10s to the 9s. Like if I ran like a 10:30 mile, like a 10-minute, 30-second mile, it decreased it by a minute. So it was working. What these runners had told me was working. And so I was like, golly, what is this? What is this program? It's really good. So I wanted to know more about Beachbody. I couldn't believe that I didn't know about this company and all the different programs that they had. And so I decided to buy Focus T25 for myself. Well, I had already connected with a Beachbody coach on Instagram. Her name is Sarah Try, and we had become friends on Facebook. And so I started talking to her And I was already encouraging people to live healthy lives because I knew that God had given me a passion to help other women. And so I started talking to her about becoming a coach. And I bought Focus T25 and Shakeology. And I was very skeptical about Shakeology because my husband and I had actually been looking for something like Shakeology for a while, and nothing. We hadn't tried a lot of stuff because a lot of the things that we looked at, just we weren't really interested. Like they had stuff in them that we weren't really interested in. But Shakeology almost seemed too good to be true because it wasn't filled with any junk and it had a bunch of healthy stuff in it. So we skeptically signed me up as a coach with the Shakeology. I knew that I would love the workout part and I knew that I would love helping people, but I wasn't sure about Shakeology. So we started to drink this, and it is not magic, y'all. I mean, it's really just nutrition simplified. It replaces one meal and your vitamins every day, and you feel better drinking it. Like a week into it, my husband had lost his taste for Cokes, and that's all he drank was Coke Zero, and it just didn't taste good to him anymore. And it was holding our hunger. We weren't hungry like we normally were. Our cravings were subsiding, and it gave us energy. We felt more energy. So we immediately fell in love with the Shakeology. One of the things that encouraged us to try it was it does come with a 30-day money-back guarantee. So like if you try it for 30 days and don't like it, you can send the empty bag back and get your money back. So that was not necessary for us. We loved it. And we've been drinking it ever since. And that was February of 2014 that I became a coach. And so my why really falls into the maintenance category. I did not want to have to go through losing the weight again. And that is one thing that I had noticed with lifetimers on the Weight Watchers. And I can't speak broadly enough to say everybody, but I have a Weight Watcher Lifetime group on Facebook, and we have almost 2,000 members in there, and maintenance is the issue. Everybody has a hard time with maintenance. And so I wanted to have a lifestyle that was going to be consistently healthy, that I wasn't going to lose the weight and then gain it back and lose it again. I didn't want to deal with that. I wanted a lifestyle that was going to continue to help me become more healthy. And so signing up as a coach with Beachbody is what worked for me. I mean, there are several different programs out there and several different ways to do this. There are several different ways to eat that work, all sorts of different ways. But this is what has worked for me to help me reach my why, my maintenance. And so I've been very thrilled with everything that I've learned through Beachbody and all the training and the clean eating and the consistent exercising. And that is what I use to help other people lose weight and maintain the weight loss. So I do promote Beachbody programs. And I love to help people connect with their soulmate workout. Everybody has a soulmate workout. If you haven't found it yet, then we need to talk and figure out what it is. Running is mine, but in order to be a better runner, I cross-train. So I may do Focus T25 for a round, which remember it's 10 weeks. So I did 2 rounds of Focus T25 last year. And then I moved into PiYo after that, which is another Beachbody program. It's a low impact, no additional equipment needed, and you use your body weight to strengthen your body. It's a Pilates and yoga workout. And so I did 2 rounds of PiYo, and then the 21-day fix, which is really good because it incorporates a clean eating meal plan. It's just my favorite because of the meal plan and the workouts. And I did the 21-day fix from October until the springtime, and then I decided to do the 21-day fix extreme. And then I went back to the regular 21-day fix. And then lately I've been doing size. And what I usually do, because I do run, is I don't try to do both in one day because who's got time for that? Now I've got a family and I and I work, and so I'll alternate. Like I'll run one day and then I'll do my cross training the next day. But I love these these 6-day shreds, and I also do a 5-day clean eating. I love these because it's a good way to get you started, teach you a little bit about clean eating. It breaks bad habits. If we've gotten into eating too many rarely foods or sometimes foods, it breaks those habits, and it usually produces really good results. And so sometimes I will do the 6-day shred along with the group, and sometimes I won't. It just depends on where I'm at in my current program. All right, so if you have any questions, please post them below. I appreciate you watching this video. I apologize it's so long. I do talk a lot, but I hope it was valuable to you. I hope you learned some things, and I hope that me explaining my why will help you figure out what yours is. If you'd like to speak with me personally so that I can help you figure out your why, then I'm happy to do that. Please leave a comment and let me know that you watched this. I'm looking forward to helping you this week. All right, thank you.